If my childhood had a theme, it would have been whimsical adventures, always on the go, looking out for the magic, the folklore behind certain things, getting to know flowers, local herbs, and how you can make your own tincture, foresting, mushrooms, and so on. Growing up in the countryside made that lifestyle not only easier, but I think it also fostered that connection with Mother Nature. Books like The Lord of the Rings or myths and folklore of specific areas or in general is a way of connecting not only with Mother Nature but also the roots to my belief, spirituality. Storytelling is not just about telling a story or a myth, it's also how we are connected with the land, and I find stories help me so much more to connect with myself, but also there's wisdom in there of how life philosophy is, how we can develop our character. Tolkien not only inspired me through these books, but also the quotes that he had, and in general, how he approached life and learned about it. And one nerdy part about me is I love to watch anime, and they have one of the best storytellings. One of the all-time goats, I think, is Naruto. It inspired, I'd say, almost the entire generations to never give up on your dreams. If you haven't watched it, I truly can encourage you to do so. Hey, thanks for stopping by and get to know me a little bit better. My name is Nina Walzer. Here on Ladies Mental, I share a simplified lifestyle. Today, I just want to give you a little bit of an insight who's that person behind this channel. And if there's anything in particular you want to know where I haven't addressed in this video, let me know in the comments. It's all about getting to know each other as well. So when it comes to my roots, I grew up in the southeast countryside of Switzerland. In that part you speak Swiss German. As you might know, we have 4 national languages in Switzerland, so depending on where you live, you speak a different language. Sargans is the village where I grew up. It has about 8,000 population, so quite small. For me, it was the sweet spot. I had the mountains there, I had the valleys, or just typical Swiss nature. I would say I grew up in a quite small family. If we would gather together, we're about 20 people. I have one younger sister. I grew up with split parents. They divorced quite early in my childhood, which made things easier or harder as you will take it. It's now almost 3 years since I moved abroad to Ireland. It's definitely something I never thought I would end up exactly here, but I always knew that I wanted to explore other areas or live somewhere abroad. Currently, I am the only one from my family that lives abroad. I want to give you now a little bit of a breakdown. How did I end up moving abroad? My profession in Switzerland was florist. I deeply love flowers, natures, picking them, which is also why I wanted a creative job, and florist seemed the perfect fit. I was in the industry for about 6 years. One of the programs that we had at that time with the florist group was that we could do an internship abroad to gain international experience. So for 3 months I could go to Ireland, learn in a different flower shop what they do and so on. And by that time I met my now husband, which is also quite a big part of why I moved here, but not only. I think Ireland in general is very rich when it comes to folklore and magic, and just how many castles they have is amazing. Nowadays my profession is in an office. It's more of a 9-to-5 situation. Coming to the small or big things in life, you can easily win me over with just going for a walk, having a sweet tooth, or going for a coffee shop. Maybe that sounds a bit boring, but it could be just watching the birds outside of my window, or doing a puzzle, listening to a podcast, learning about new things in a book. These are things that truly inspire me, but also from a perspective of nourishing myself. I like to cook and bake. With that also comes my activity in the gym, and I like to learn about nutrition. My goal in the gym is to build muscle, to keep myself healthy and fit and strong especially, and that nutrition part comes in very well. I cook my meals or try to experiment with new recipes. Doing analog things such as reading a book, just meditating or yoga, I find is another way of movement that I like to incorporate into my life. Sometimes we just need the quiet, like exposing ourselves to quiet can also be quite challenging. Before we're gonna end this video, I want to share a few things that are my top favorites. Tiramisu is my favorite dessert. I could eat it night, dinner, lunch, whatsoever. It's just the ultimate thing for me. I don't have in particular a favorite color. It's more of a color palette that I like. I like brown, green, pink and blue. For animals, I am deeply rooted with any kind of animals. I just find the wolf are for me the most fascinating animal. They have just a way of building the community and the pack in as such. I hope you enjoyed some random facts about me. We see us quite soon in another video. Thanks for being here. Bye.